The differences between The Long Halloween Part 2 and the comic. Stay tuned to the end, where we will use clues from the movie to discover what year the Long Halloween movies take place. In the comic, several events happen on Valentine's Day before Bruce is put under Ivy's mind control. Gordon and Dent visit Bruce at his manor on Valentine's Day to investigate Thomas and Bruce Wayne's connection with Falcone, but Bruce isn't home and Alfred covers for him. The movie tweaked this event and moved it to Father's Day, and we'll visit this soon. The rest of the events listed don't happen in the movie. Batman confronts Falcone at Alberto's grave, Catwoman comes to his aid and he chases her, Bruce and Selina go on a Valentine's Day date, Maroni bribes Dent's assistant Vernon, who reveals Dent is targeting Maroni as the weak link in Falcone's organization. Vernon is never mentioned in the movie. Gordon and Dent both get home late with boxes of chocolates for their wives. Barbara is holding their baby. Gordon's kids are younger in the comic than they were in the movie. Ivy is only shown controlling Bruce, and we're left wondering what's going on with Alfred, and we never see Bruce's hallucinations. The men Holiday kills outside Maroni's restaurant are left in the car. Batman, The Long Halloween Part 2 starts on Valentine's Day. Ivy is controlling both Bruce and Alfred. Bruce's hallucinations under Ivy's control are illustrated in vivid detail, and the men murdered outside Maroni's restaurant are left on the sidewalk. Gordon and Dent wait next to the bat signal, but Batman obviously can't show up. In the comic, Sophia is released on St. Patrick's Day on early parole. She visits her father Carmine. He states that he needs her, that the family needs her. Bruce, still under Ivy's mind control, says that Richard Daniel was correct and Falcone Imports should do business with Gotham City Bank. He also permits a $350 million wire transfer requested by Carmine. He ignores Selina when she calls out to him and she wonders if Ivy is involved. She soon goes on to save him from Ivy, so Bruce is under Ivy's mind control for about 1 month. Gordon and Dent discuss the Holiday killings, with Dent saying that he thinks the dispute between Maroni and Carmine over Holiday, which has now involved several murders, means that they're wanting to do Gordon's and Dent's jobs. Gordon says that their jobs don't involve murder and he doesn't want to stop them like this. Gordon wants to focus on Maroni, the weak link. Dent wants to go after Bruce and Maroni and says 2 for 1, I like it. Vernon overhears them. Carla is practicing shooting when Sophia visits her. She's using the same kind of gun that was used to kill Alberto, and she quote-unquote forgot to give it to the police. She swears to use it to kill Holiday. Holiday's St. Patrick's kills are left inside with a fallen chandelier, and the leprechaun says, Erin go bragh, which is often translated Ireland till the end of time. Carmine is shown meeting with Ivy in private, canceling their arrangement since Catwoman freed Bruce from her control, and Carmine pays her what he owes. Batman meets Catwoman at the bat signal. He thanks her for saving his friend Bruce Wayne, since Bruce and Selina are not aware of their alter egos like they are in the movie. The movie shows the bodies outside, no fallen chandelier, and the leprechaun doesn't have a message. In the comic, Riddler tries deducing Holiday's true identity for Carmine with Sophia present, while Batman simultaneously tries to solve the mystery in the Batcave, where Alfred suggests that Dent should be considered a suspect. Carmine and Sophia threaten to kill the Riddler, and when he fails, they throw Nigma out. Nigma sees Holiday, but Holiday shoots around him and doesn't hurt him. Gordon and Dent discuss arresting Bruce Wayne. In the movie, Selina informs Bruce he was under Ivy's control for 3 months, from around New Year's to April Fool's Day. Selina says that it took a while to, quote, catch the Jolly Green Jezebel with her guard down. She tells him he was seen in public with Ivy. In the comic, Batman meets Calendar Man on Mother's Day, and Batman is in Arkham Asylum when a terrified guard tells him that Scarecrow has escaped. Batman chases after Scarecrow and breathes in his fear toxin. Gordon and Dent visit Bruce's home, but Alfred explains that Mother's Day is hard for Bruce. Sophia discovers that Chong is Holiday's supplier and finds Chong dead at the hands of Holiday. Gordon later finds Bruce in an alley, hallucinating under Scarecrow's toxin, and follows him to Martha Wayne's grave, where he eventually arrests him. In the movie, Batman is outside Arkham when Scarecrow escapes. He is prepared with a gas mask, but is still poisoned when Scarecrow injects his toxin into him. Gilda and Harvey talk outside of Chong's tea house, canceling their movie date. Dent finds Gordon in the tea house's basement, full of ammo, guns, and a dead Chong, the Holiday gun supplier. He was killed by Holiday. Selina finds a poisoned Bruce in the alley and takes him home. Father's Day. This is where the book and the movie differ highly. In the comic, Bruce's emotional turmoil of missing his father is stronger and Bruce is on trial. Alfred testifies, and his quip about how the courts never brought Thomas and Martha Wayne's killer to justice helps to acquit Bruce in 90 seconds. Maroni's dad tells him, "This is about Falcone. You gotta get the Roman before he gets you." Then Holiday kills him. Catwoman spies on Carmine and Sophia. Little James Gordon has a card and tie for Commissioner Gordon. Gilda finds Harvey in the basement, who had seen his father, who's still as crazy as ever, and he gave Dent his trick coin. Scarecrow and Mad Hatter meet with Falcone, who paid for their release from Arkham. Vernon brings Dent to his office, where Maroni's waiting to negotiate a deal with him. Bruce and Alfred discuss all the lives that would have been saved if Thomas hadn't saved Carmine. In the movie, Gilda watches the news and gives Dent his lunch when he leaves. Sophia has to go through Carmine's police protection detail in order to see her father, who didn't have police protection in the comics. Carmine tells Sophia he doesn't need her, and that if it was shown that he needed her, he would look like he's lining up a successor, and he would look old and weak. Gordon and Dent visit Bruce at his manor to question him about Alberto's murder. Bruce explains that he left the yacht in a dinghy. Dent confronts Bruce about signing his assets to Carmine, and Bruce reminds him that he was drugged and manipulated. Dent asks him if his father was drugged and manipulated when he helped Carmine, because in the movie it's Dent, not Bruce, who wonders how many innocents would have been spared if Thomas Wade hadn't saved Carmine, and Gordon calms Dent down. The film's flashback to a young Bruce Wayne watching his father save Carmine is less about his fascination with his father and more about his interaction with Carmine, who tells Bruce that criminals are superstitious, gives Bruce the trick coin that he later gave to Harvey in Part 1, and says, "All we get is all we take." When Gordon and Dent leave, Alfred confronts them on the lack of justice for Bruce's parents. Bruce tells Alfred to pay off more alibis because Gordon and Dent will be watching him closely. Maroni's dad tells him to make peace with his enemy, and Holiday kills him. Sophia is present but hiding in the car so Maroni's father won't see her. Carmine hires a hitman at a cemetery, ignoring Alberto's grave as he walks by it, which is a cold-blooded thing to do considering his son is really dead in the movie. When Maroni decides to negotiate a deal with Dent, he walks into Dent's office while he's working, taking him by surprise. On Independence Day, the book and the movie differ even more. In the comic, Bruce and Selina enjoy time together at Wayne Manor, discussing why Bruce stays at Gotham. Selina wants him to go places with her. Batman and Dent meet at the Bat Signal, and they discuss Dent's suspicions of Bruce Wayne and how Maroni will testify against the Roman. Gordon interrupts with the announcement that Holiday has killed a civilian, someone not mob-related, the city coroner who had identified Alberto's body. Vernon and Sophia visit Maroni in jail. Vernon leaves, and it's implied that while Sophia never snitched on Salvatore Maroni while she was locked up, even though she had been incarcerated for him, he'll snitch on her father. Gilda and Barbara Gordon meet at the Gordons' house, and the comics show the two women enjoying a deeper friendship than what's shown in the movie. They talk about why the Gordon family stays at Gotham. Gilda says they're, quote, digging into hell, and wonders if she'll ever get her Harvey back. Gordon and Batman discuss the Independence Day murder at the dock. Batman states that whoever Holiday is, he or she can always get close, suggesting that the killer knows his or her victims. Gordon reminds him that he's seen Batman getting close without people noticing. While wondering why Holiday killed the coroner, Batman mentions to Gordon for the first time that Dent is a suspect. Fireworks are set off that weren't supposed to be, but it was actually Scarecrow and Mad Hatter neutralizing the police while they make off with money from the bank heist that Falcone orchestrated. Batman and Catwoman pummel them, then they talk about going places. In the movie, Scarecrow and Mad Hatter rob the bank. Batman shows up to stop them and finds the police drugged by Scarecrow. Mad Hatter knocks Batman out. Meanwhile, Carmine's hitman goes after Dent. Although when Dent demands to know why he's trying to kill him, he responds with, quote, "If I was trying to kill you, you'd be dead already," end quote. He's there to provoke Harvey, not assassinate him. The man and Dent fight. Dent passes out and hears Two-Face's voice. The scene changes to Scarecrow and Mad Hatter in the cemetery with Batman in the wagon, lying on top of the money as they move along to the drop spot for Falcone. Before they kill Batman, he's escaped and subdues them without Catwoman's help. Dent wakes, the hitman is dead, and blood is on his hands. Dent runs from the scene. Carla Vitti is on the news. Gilda and Dent fight, with Dent admitting that maybe a divorce isn't so bad, saying now that she can't go back to him, and he quickly apologizes. He tells her she left the basement door open, and she says she hasn't been in the basement today. Batman is the one in their basement, where he finds a gun and an Oxford sign. However, it seems out of character for Batman to leave a door open, so maybe Harvey Harvey's other personality left it open, and the other one didn't know about it? Or maybe that's how the story was written for dramatic purposes. In the comics, Falcone's birthday is a holiday chapter titled The Roman Holiday. The movie doesn't directly name it, although it does incorporate some of the events illustrated in the book. The comics showed Gilda and Dent fighting in the basement when Gilda finds a holiday gun. Dent says that it's evidence that he brought home from work. Batman knocks out guys in the bar and finds a drunk, scared Riddler. He tells Batman about his work with Carmine. Batman thinks Holiday didn't kill Riddler because perhaps Carmine wants word to spread that he's trying to find out who Holiday is. Carla Vitti and Falcone fight when she questions him about hiring the freaks. She is soon killed in the coroner's office while looking for files on Holiday. Vernon gives Maroni acid to throw at Dent, disguised as ulcer medication, but Dent didn't know anything about an ulcer. Bruce Wayne is in the courtroom in disguise. After throwing the acid at Dent's face, Maroni yells, "You're dead, Dent," while in the movie he says, "You're dead, Holiday." Courthouse bailiffs shot Maroni 3 times, but he wouldn't die. Dent stabs the doctor in the back before fleeing the hospital. In the movie, Dent hears Two-Face's voice throughout the trial, even before the acid was thrown on him. Gordon meets Batman on the roof during the trial, where Batman shows him the gun he found in Dent's basement. The audience at the trial laughs at Dent's expense. Maroni agrees to set up Dent at the trial with Falcone because his father had told him to make peace with the Roman. While in the hospital, Harvey sees the news broadcast titled Holiday Mystery Solved with his face on TV, and he hears Two-Face say, "Idiots, they think it's you." Two-Face tells Harvey he's dead. Harvey takes a call and sneaks out of the hospital. Dent realizes Carmine won't actually meet him at the harbor, and the men with him are supposed to avenge Alberto, but Dent kills them instead. Carmine makes a joke about Dent at his birthday party and thanks Sophia for fostering peace with Maroni. Then Carla is found murdered in his elevator. Batman interviews Gilda outside her house about Dent's behavior and says that Dent never mentioned attending Oxford. Gilda observes that Batman's quest seems personal and asks him why. He tells her that Dent is his friend and he needs help. Labor Day. In the comic, Dent is missing for almost a month when he finally meets Grundy in the sewer. Grundy pulls Dent into the sewage in a temporary act of aggression, and Dent has a richer description of the days of the week. Gordon and Batman discuss finding a .22 caliber handgun with the serial number filed off in Dent's case, along with Carmine's ledger, giving Dent access to Holiday victims. Carmine doesn't try killing Batman on the roof, but yells at him and blames him for letting the Holiday killings continue. Catwoman is more resistant against telling Batman about why she's interested in Carmine. Batman visits Gilda in her basement looking for Harvey before the rogues are released. When Batman visits Calendar Man again, he mentions the plurality of Dent's name and astrology sign, saying Har-V Dent, the Gemini, as if Dent is at war with himself. Maroni is in a tunnel with Gordon and a guard beside him when Holiday shoots and kills him and reveals himself as Alberto. The guard beats down Alberto and is actually Batman, who leaves Alberto for Gordon to arrest. Alberto refuses to acknowledge his name, instead only going by Holiday. It's revealed that he killed the coroner because he must have known the wrong body was in Alberto's grave, and he killed Carla Vitti because she went through the coroner's files and might have discovered the truth. Carmine visits Holiday in jail and offers to get him out, but only if he'll stop being Holiday. Alberto snaps, asking him on which holiday he was born, then lectures his father about how unwanted and neglected he felt by his father and his family. Meanwhile, Gordon and Batman discuss the case and how Harvey was actually innocent, or so they think. Batman thinks that the Roman must have known that Alberto was not in that grave. In the movie, Gordon and the disguised Batman are transporting Maroni in an armored car, and Two-Face and Grundy try killing Maroni, but Holiday kills him from a balcony, and Two-Face and Grundy flee the scene. In the comics, Gilda gives candy to kids on Halloween when the Gordons visit her. She tells them how she's wishing with every ring of her doorbell that it will be Harvey finally home. Two-Face is breaking out the rogues, we don't see Grundy with him, and we don't know how Dent entered Arkham. Before the rogues make it to the Falcone residence, Carmine and Sophia discuss Alberto's death sentence, with Carmine throwing things in the kitchen out of despair. When the rogues arrive at Falcone's home, Sophia is shown with a machine gun, but we never see her use it. When Two-Face shoots Falcone, he is dead instantly. Sophia falls out the window when Catwoman stops her from killing Two-Face. Gordon visits with his family on Halloween night and discusses Dent's arrest. Two-Face kills Vernon, and Batman finds the coin in Vernon's blood just before the trio's final rooftop scene. At the rooftop, Dent says there were 2 Holiday killers. Calendar Man and Alberto, aka Holiday, become acquainted at Arkham with cells facing each other. Gilda is in her basement at the end of the story, telling readers about her part in the holiday killings, and she says, "I believe in Harvey Dent." In the movie, Bruce and Alfred talk about Thomas and Martha Wayne and why Thomas worked with Carmine. Alfred says, "Your parents believe there are two ways to look at everything and everyone." This was a similar line that Dent had in the comic. Gilda is under police protection. She says that her husband is dead, and she isn't referring to Harvey. Gordon tells Batman that Harvey went to Gotham U, not Oxford. This leads Batman to suspect Gilda because she must have gone to Oxford. Carmine tells Batman that Holiday brought a Falcone family wife into the mess, tries killing Batman on the rooftop, and Catwoman saves him. The movie doesn't make it explicitly clear that Carmine blames Batman for allowing the Holiday killings to continue. Catwoman and Batman discuss Scarecrow's fear toxin that had drugged Batman when she'd found him earlier. Catwoman is much more forthcoming about Falcone being her father. Their rooftop visit is cut short with an explosion as the rogues make their way to Falcone's home. Before the rogues reach their destination, Falcone and Sophia discuss Sophia's mother and Carmine being old. When the villains arrive, Sophia uses the machine gun to protect her father. Poison Ivy tries and fails to put Batman under her mind control. Sophia trips and falls out of the window. When Two-Face shoots Carmine, his death is slow, and Batman holds him as he dies from the gunshot wounds. While he's dying, Carmine gives Selina the name of her mother, and Batman shares his identity with Carmine by telling him, "All we get is all we take." In the trio's final rooftop scene, Dent takes credit for all the Holiday murders in the movie. We discover that Gilda was the Falcone family wife that Carmine had mentioned. In her basement, she tells Batman that she had fallen in love with Alberto Falcone while they were attending Oxford. They'd gotten pregnant and he'd married her that same day. But because Carmine wouldn't accept a child conceived out of wedlock, he forced her through an abortion that left her permanently infertile. She married Dent specifically to get revenge on Falcone. In the end, she loved Harvey, but not all of him. There's no resolution on if Batman will relay her involvement to law enforcement. Kids dressed as superheroes trick-or-treat at the Wayne Manor for the first time in years, and Selina is there with Bruce.
What year is it in Batman: The Long Halloween? Calendar Man says it's a leap year and All Hallows Eve, Halloween, is on Taco Tuesday. Here are the leap years when Halloween falls on a Tuesday. This technology didn't exist then, and technology will be much farther advanced then, so we can deduce that the Long Halloween starts October 2027 and ends October 2028.
What do you guys think? Are there any differences that I missed? Please let me know in the comments below. As always, keep reading and weaving your threads.